All right, guys. So this today we're gonna talk about the famous soccer YouTube channel called Score 90, which includes just clips about soccer. For example, such as these: when fans go too far, every footballer's worst embarrassing play, one in a trillion football moments, unforgettable penalty kick moments, stuff like that. It just basically highlights and special moments that happen throughout the games. So we're gonna be talking about three videos that I selected. We're gonna start with this one in a trillion moments in football. Uh, this has a lot of the things that were detailed in chapter 10, such as keywords like one in a trillion moments in football in the title. It seems to be very catchy when it just attracts people because they want to see the moments. One in a trillion, obviously it's an extent, but that exaggeration catches the eye. So that would be the titles and keywords and the descriptions. They don't really use a description. It's mainly the title and the thumbnails. But the description is basically just a quick, brief description of what Score 90 is. It says Score 90 is a global football community. We produce some of the most entertaining content on YouTube and various other social media platforms, which is basically their description. They don't really have a catching attention description. And I mean their thumbnails are really really good. For example, this one of running with a flag, obviously it's edited, and there's a lot of more things that the thumbnails catch the eye of the viewer. And then right here in their description, it has all their other social medias. For example, they have their TikTok, they have their Instagram, and it just seems like a well set up YouTube channel. And in the other video, we're gonna see it's called Impossible Moments. And again, it's always the thumbnail that really catches the user's attention, especially if you're a fan of the sport. For example, I mean, I've watched a lot of their videos, and it's always the titles and the thumbnails that really catch my eye because it doesn't have like a basic description of what the video is about, like, oh, a kick from 40 yards. It says like, oh, one in a trillion chance, or impossible moments that happen in football. So I feel like that's what really catches the attention more when it comes to this account, especially in the videos. And then again, in this one, the description is still, it's always the same. They don't really change the description, and they don't try to use words or anything to attract the viewers. It's always the same with their social medias and what the company is. And the thumbnail, they're always outstanding. And the third video is when players use 100% of their brains. And again, it's always the titles that like are used on a stretch to attract the viewers, because I mean, for anyone who likes the sport and everything, I feel like this would attract really just anyone. And then the description again is the same thing. They have their about videos, their social media, so you could follow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just their thumbnails are very attractive. We could see many of their thumbnails. For example, look, there's players over here fighting, screaming. Kim Kardashian made it into a thumbnail. They're just edited thumbnails that it will attract the viewer the most. And I think that's what they need. That's why they don't use a description or anything. But it's the title and the thumbnail that really stands out for this. And yeah.